Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back to Parabek Weekly Wrap-Up with me, Fathir Aulia Rahman. The first news is the visit of Subulussalam Lingkuang Pasaman Barat Islamic Boarding School to Mahad Ali Sumatera Thawalib Parabek. Saturday, May 20, 2023, 30 representatives from the Subulussalam Islamic Boarding School Lingkuang Pasaman Barat, consisting of 20 female students, 10 teaching staff, including the Shaykhul Madrasah Buya Nasrial BA, visited Mahad Ali Sumatera Thawalib Parabek Bukittinggi Agam. This visit aimed to understanding for the students to study and deepen the religion through the original sources such as Kitab Kuning, especially in the field of fiqh and usul fiqh. The delegation arrived at Mahad Ali at 1:10 p.m. They performed the Zuhur prayer first, then had lunch together with the Shaykhul Madrasah Buya Deswandi, the school caretaker, Ustad Haji Muhammad Zaki Munawar LC, the head of the Mahad Ali, Ustad Haji Nurdin SAG SPDI MH, the deputy head of Students Affairs, Ustad Nurzan Basalamah MAG, and Sheikh Ali Abdul Rabbuh, the teacher from Al-Azhar University, Egypt. The agenda was then continued with a meeting between the Subulussalam Islamic Boarding School and Sumatera Thawalib Parabek Islamic Boarding School Bukittinggi Agam in a hall on the second floor of the Mahad Ali Thawalib Parabek. The meeting was started by the remarks from the head of Mahad Ali, Ustad Haji Nurdin SAG SPDI MH. The caretaker of Islamic Boarding School, Ustad Haji Muhammad Zaki Munawar LC, also conveyed that it was related to the sanad or change of knowledge in Parabek which had been passed down from generation to generation. Buya Deswandi, the Kiai of Parabek, inherited the scientific chain of Sheikh Ibrahim Musa. He also conveyed to the students of Subulussalam Islamic Boarding School a quote from the Hadith of Muslim: "Whoever takes the path to seek knowledge, Allah will make it easy for him the way to heaven." In his remarks, Buya Deswandi also said that Mahad Ali is a suitable place for the final year students of Subulussalam who want to continue learning about Kitab. They would be taught a further lesson of Kitab in Mahad Ali. Afterwards, they could go back to Subulussalam as teachers there. On this occasion, Buya Nasrial shared about founding story of Subulussalam Islamic Boarding School on January 11, 2011. It consisted of Sanawiyah, Aliyah, and vocational high school level that were managed by the family foundation. This school has been around since 11 years ago. I managed the school with family and friends, said Buya Nasrial. Furthermore, he also said that the purpose of our visit to Mahad Ali was to increase the cadres of Islamic scholars in West Pasaman and deepen their knowledge about Kitab Kuning.
Kalau saya menanggapi, ini sangat positif. Karena kehadiran kami hari ini bukanlah kebetulan, kami sudah direncanakan, betul-betul direncanakan hadir. Salah satu faktornya, salah satunya sekarang di Sumatera Barat ini yang bertahan kitab, ya kitab gundul, kitab kuning itu ya Parabek lah pandang kami. Maka anak-anak kami yang selama ini kami didik dengan kitab gundul itu jangan kehilang di jalan. Itu salah satu inti tujuan kami. Kemudian yang kedua, kalau bagi ekonomi lemah tidak bisa berangkat jauh kuliah, insya Allah di Parabek ini bisa juga. Itu salah satu. Jadi dua faktor itulah yang mendorong kami hadir ini. Dengan kehadiran kami ini tampaknya ladanan atau sambutan dari orang-orang Parabek, Mahad Ali itu cukup baik menurut kami.
The agenda was then followed by advice from Sheikh Ali, which was translated directly by Ustad Zaki. According to the Sheikh, at the time of the Prophet, friends came directly to the Prophet to study Islam, and then passed it on to Tabi'in, continued so on, then it reaches us. It will also be like that for the students, that the scientific discipline being taught is clear, from home and what school, everything is clear. Then this knowledge will later be disseminated to their students. Towards the end of the meeting, The head of Mahat Ali explained that currently Mahat Ali had already carried out tests first batch and registration had been opened for the second batch until July 2023. For students who were interested, they could register online and offline. The terms and conditions were already in the brochure held by the students. The second news, Pramasthapa sending a representatives in National Raimuna Competition 2023 in Cibubur. The Sumatera Tawalib Parabek Islamic Boarding School Scouts Pramasthapa, namely Ambalan Diponegoro and Ambalan Kartini, had actively participated in Raimuna branch activities which would take place from 19 to 21 May 2023. The event was held at Asharif Tilatang Kamang Islamic Boarding School, Agam Regency. Raimuna is a gathering of Penega and Pandega scouts in the form of large camps organized by Quarter Scout movement in Indonesia. In this Raimuna branch activity, Sumatera Tawalib Parabek Scouts, Pramasthapa, Ambalan Diponegoro, and Ambalan Kartini participated with a total of 256 Bantara enforcement delegates. There were representatives from every Kwaran, sub-district, in Agam Regency, with each sub-district sending 16 participants. The Raimuna featured various types of activities which included opening ceremonies, morning exercises, big games, election adiasta seminars, scouting insight tests, social services, mutual cooperation, art performances, bonfire nights, and closing ceremonies. Every morning, participants carried out gymnastics, morning apples, and social services together. The participants also participated in art performances by performing dances, martial arts, and singing. On the last day, a closing ceremony was held followed by mutual cooperation to clean up the activity location. Raimuna branch activities aimed to maintain the unity, integrity, cultural preservation, to increase awareness of technology, to develop the quality of human resources, and to maximize the role of Panega and Pandega scouts in society. In addition, Raimuna branch participants also underwent a selection process to take part in the 12th National Raimuna Rainas, which would be held from 14 to 21 August 2023 at Pramuka Camping Ground and Graha Wisata Cibubur, East Jakarta. Rainas was a gathering place for scouts aged 16 to 25 years from all over Indonesia. This year, Pramasthapa would be represented by Nasihul Amin Al-Fatani in the National Raimuna activities. The third news, Sumatera Tawalib Parabek Islamic Boarding School conducting of the final examination for academic year 2022 and 2023. Sumatera Tawalib Parabek Islamic Boarding School Bukittinggi Agam was currently carrying out the even semester final examination for the 2022-2023 academic year. This examination took place from May 23 to June 8, 2023 and involved all students registered at Islamic boarding school. The final examination was divided into two parts, namely the practical exam and the written exam. The practical exam was held on 23 to 27 May 2023, and the written exam was conducted on 29 May up to 8 June 2023. The practical exams involved a number of subjects that would be tested on Sanawiyah and Aliyah students. Some of material tested in the practical exams included Arabic, English, Kitab recitation, Quran memorization, cultural arts, as well as physical education and skill practice for the Sanawiyah level. This practical exam aimed to measure the ability of students to apply the knowledge and skills they have learned during the event semester. Meanwhile, the written exam will be held from 29 May to June 8, 2023. The written exam included general and biblical subjects. General subjects included mathematics, natural sciences, social sciences, and Indonesian. The biblical subjects included Tauhid, Fiqh, Usul Fiqh, Nahwu, Saraf, Balaghah, Tafsir, Qawaid, Hadith, and Islamic history. The total number of participants in this final examination was 553 students at the Sanawiyah level and 766 students at the Aulia level. With the active participation of all students, this exam was an important moment for each student to show their abilities and progress in learning. The final examination aimed to test the extent to which students understood the subjects they had studied during the even semester. Through this exam, the Islamic boarding school expected to be able to identify the strengths and weaknesses of each individual in understanding the subject matter, so that the teachers could provide a proper guidance and teaching according to the needs of each student. Through this examination, the students were expected to improve their understanding and skills as well as to identify the parts which they need to improve for their future development. The fourth news, the Hadrah Arsyiqal Musthafa team impressed the audience in the event of Bukittinggi Bersalawat 2023. On May 27, 2023, the courtyard of Jamgadang Bukittinggi was witnessing the appearance of the Hadrah Arsyiqal Musthafa team of Sumatera Thawalib Parabek Islamic Boarding School in the Bukittinggi Bersalawat event. Thousands of spectators enjoyed the beauty of the voices and prayers delivered by the Hadrah team. This event was also enlivened by the arrival of two well-known scholars, namely Ustad Jalfatullah and Ustad Abdul Samad as speakers. The Hadrah Arsyiqal Musthafa team was able to create a very religious atmosphere with their enthusiastic performance. With their expertise in playing traditional musical instruments such as tambourine, hadrah, and darbuka, they filled the stage with harmonious rhythms. The audience also chanted the salawat together. Apart from the hadrah performance, this event was also attended by Ustad Jalfatullah and Ustad Abdul Samad. Ustad Jalfatullah delivered a lecture about the wisdom from the scholars, inviting the audience to take lessons from their exemplary lives. Meanwhile, Ustad Abdul Samad focused on his lecture on the four pillars of protecting the state and religion, providing valuable insights for the audience. The presence of Ustad Jalfatullah and Ustad Abdul Samad as speakers gave a strong religious nuance to this event. Their message about the wisdom and diversity of Islam were able to inspire and motivate the audience to maintain Islamic values in their daily lives. The audience was not only fascinated by the performance of Hadrah Arsyiqal Musthafa team, but also inspired by the enlightenment delivered by the two scholars. A strong religious atmosphere was created in the courtyard of Jamgadang Bukittinggi, with shouts of takbir and praise echoing in the air. This year's Bukittinggi Bersalawat event is a momentum that unites Muslims in joy and love for religion. The appearance of Arsyiqal Musthafa Hadrah team and the meaningful lectures from Ustad Jalfatullah and Ustad Abdul Samad left a deep impression to all the attendances. The Bukittinggi Bersalawat 2023 proved that art and religion could unite in creating a beautiful atmosphere and providing the deep meaning with each individual. The Hadrah Arsyiqal Musthafa team, Ustad Jalfatullah and Ustad Abdul Samad presented an unforgettable spiritual experience for all the attendances. The last news, a congregation from Malaysia visiting Sumatera Thawalib Parabek Bukittinggi Agam. A total of 19 congregations from Malaysia, led by Ustad Idir Abdul Rashid, paid a visit to Sumatera Thawalib Parabek Islamic Boarding School Bukittinggi Agam on May 28, 2023. This visit aimed to strengthen relationship and broaden the religious insights between congregations from Malaysia and the Sumatera Thawalib Parabek Islamic Boarding School. The visit began with performing the Fajr prayer in the Mosque of Parabek, followed by attending the after-dawn lecture. The congregation from Malaysia also had the opportunity to meet and interact with the congregation of the Jamiat Parabek Mosque in a friendly event that was held after the lecture. On this occasion, the congregation from Malaysia presented a plaque as a memento to the Jamiat Parabek Mosque as an expression of gratitude for the warm welcome. Afterwards, the congregations went to the grave of Sheikh Ibrahim Musa that was directly led by the school caretaker, Ustadz Haji Muhammad Zaki Munawar LC. This pilgrimage aimed to commemorate the service and to receive blessings from a figure who had contributed his life for the development of the Islamic school. After carrying out the pilgrimage, the congregations were then served with a banquet in the hall of Campus 1 Parabek. The banquet was attended by the Secretary of Sheikh Ibrahim Musa Foundation, Ustadz Budi Irawan, Sheikhul Ma'had Buya Deswandi, the caretaker of Sumatera Thawalib Parabek Islamic Boarding School, Ustadz Haji Muhammad Zaki Munawar LC, and the administrators of the Jamiat Parabek Mas. On the sidelines of the banquet, they discussed and exchanged experiences regarding religious life and Islamic education in the two countries. The visit was closed by giving souvenirs and taking a group photo as a sign of the friendship between the congregation from Malaysia and Sumatera Thawalib Parabek Islamic Boarding School. On this occasion, one of the Malaysian congregations from West Sumatra, Dr. Andus Nazaruddin Jalaluddin, Datuk Tumanggung Rajo, expressed his gratitude to the Sumatera Thawalib Parabek Islamic Boarding School Bukittinggi Agam for the service. He hoped that this visit could strengthen relations between the two countries and build a better understanding between Muslim communities in both nations.
Kami seramai 19 orang ya dengan Ustadz Haidir Abdul Rashid sengaja datang ke Sumatera Thawalib Parabek Bukittinggi Agam ini telah mendapat satu kesan yang luar biasa ya. Kami dipertemukan dengan semua pemimpin yang ada di Sumatera Thawalib pada hari ini ya, seperti Bapak Deswandi, Bapak Ketua Masjid, kemudian Bapak Pak Budi Irawan ya, dan yang lain-lain yang nggak bisa disebutkan namanya. Kami merasa bersyukur yang sebesar-besarnya rombongan yang tidak seberapa ini, tetapi diterima begitu meriah, begitu khusyuk, ya, sehingga kami merasa terhutang budi, ya, untuk masa-masa yang akan datang. Silaturahmi ini, insya Allah kita akan teruskan, ya, insya Allah kita akan sama-sama mendoakan semoga Sumatera Thawalib semakin maju pada masa yang akan datang, dan biarlah nanti di antara pelajar yang belajar di Sumatera Thawalib ini, mulai daripada sanawiyah, aliyah sampai ke ma'ali, ya, ada dari kalangan zuriat dan keturunan kami daripada Malaysia. Amin. Amin, amin ya rabbal alamin. Dan kami menginginkan hasrat daripada Bapak Zainal ini ataupun yang lain-lain, menginginkan satu disiplin khusus yang menjanjikan kualiti santri yang dididik di pesantren ini adalah satu kualiti yang hebat, ya, seperti yang dicita-citakan oleh almarhum Syekh Ibrahim Musa Parabek.
This visit showed how important cooperation and brotherhood between Muslim countries were in strengthening the bonds of Muslims in the midst of challenges of the modern era. Hopefully, this visit would be a starting point to increase the cooperation and broaden the insights between Malaysia and Indonesia. That's all for the news today. Thank you for watching. I am Fathir Aulia Rahman. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.